Aloha! Welcome to Steamworld Dig, a fistful of dirt. This is annoying, I just made this video and forgot to record the video. So, I'm going to play it again. I had started from the beginning, now I'm going to start from wherever the fuck I saved it. This is a phenomenal indie game. I wanted to do a feature on my channel called Indie Darlings, which is just me playing through indie games that I personally think are awesome. Not games that are necessarily indie darlings in the sort of greater collective sense. So yeah, and the first one that came to mind was Steamworld Dig. This is a game that came out on the 3DS, and it started out live on the 3DS actually. It eventually came to the PlayStation 4 and Steam, and it might be out on the Xbox, don't know. But right, it's going to be difficult to remember what I've said and forget what I said. Right, this is the gist of it. In fact, I'll set you back up here. This might even be easier to do the second time round. Right, this is your central hub. You've got this gentleman here, from whom you can purchase upgrades. You have this lady here, and what you do throughout the game is you see in the sort of bottom there of the HUD, you'll find loot, and you give her the loot, she'll give you money, with which you can go to this gentleman and buy upgrades. She doesn't do anything as of yet, but later on I think you get upgrades from her as well, and you will meet other characters along the way. The purpose of the game is to mine, like Minecraft. However, there's no building mechanic. What you're here to do is discover loot and just traverse the environment. It's quite like Metroid in that sense, because you'll stumble across blocks like this, which are indestructible. And you'll also stumble across blocks, like, I'll try and show you an example. Some of them like these, because I've leveled up a little bit, will take 1 hit to destroy. Well, this one's 2 hits. Later in the game, you'll meet blocks that will take 3 or 4 hits, or maybe more to get through. So, like that one there. As you get through the game, you earn enough loot, and you cash it in, and then you can actually spend that loot on a superior pickaxe, which really speeds up your progression. So instead of hitting through these with 2 hits, I did 1 like that. And it makes the game really satisfying, because not only are you progressing in the sense that you're exploring and revealing extra areas in the environment, and literally progressing in the game, but it's also speeding up the time which it takes you to do that, which is super duper satisfying. And that's the gameplay loop here. It's like this. That's, you know, somewhat arduous compared to these 2-hit ones and 3-hit ones. But the compulsion of this game is just to explore. And you'll have objectives. So if you look at the map there... Oh, stop doing that. You take full damage. You look at the map, there's a red arrow pointing down. Now, what happened previously is I died. And I need to go back to my corpse, because when you die, you leave behind your previous amount of loot. So I can pick that back up and I can reclaim it. So you don't ever truly lose anything. You just have to go back and get it. Now that's interesting, because in some instances, you see here I can happily wall climb my way back up. But there's other instances with which you've dug yourself into a hole that you can't get out of. So you keep having to head down to find a way out, or indeed like this, a teleporter. And the teleporter takes you back to the central hub. And then from that teleporter, you get back from the central hub to where you teleported from. So you might find 5 of these teleporters in this particular mine. Whatever the last one you use to get back to town is, will be the one you return to when you use the teleporter in town. That might seem obvious at the moment, but there's ways to get back to town other than teleporting. So look, there's I think it's about 4 mines in the game, could be more. They've all got a different aesthetic style, they've all got different music, they all require variants of your equipment and different mechanics and weapons to deal with the enemies, which is really good, it's fascinating, it adds a great amount of variety, and also like Metroid, you'll find yourself returning to these earlier environments with those new abilities, and it again makes traversing so much quicker and so much easier and so much more satisfying. So that is the gameplay loop of this, and it's absolutely addictive as all hell. For instance, like this, when you get those really fast ones, it feels so goddamn good. So let's do that again. Okay, there are enemies, such as this jerk-off. Probably gonna kill me. No! Ah, yes, he's dead, right, there we go. But yeah, there's a surprising amount of abilities in this. So there's also sort of single-use items like ladders to help you traverse the environment. The ladders are great actually for getting yourself out of a pickle. So when you're stuck in a hole that of your own creation, the ladder's usually the best way to get back out of it. And everything in this game has a purpose. So the water there is not just there for effect. later in the game, that becomes a valuable part of one of the game's mechanics. And there are some really, really cool abilities you can unlock. I won't spoil them, because the nature by which they work is half the charm in this game. It's wonderful, because you think throughout the game, like, oh, if only I had something to help me make this kind of jump. Don't know what it would be, but if only I had something, like maybe a double jump. But then instead they'll give you something that's so well suited to the aesthetic and the style of this game that it just brings a smile to your face. And that's a lot of what this game is as well. Like, in the previous video I made, and apparently didn't record, I made reference to the fact that this sort of gives me a childish smile on my face like a Nintendo game does. Like, it's just that kind of really homely, familiar feeling, classic 2D gameplay. I love it. And I just love the style. The soundtrack's amazing, the visuals are amazing. And how can you not like steampunk western with fucking robot cowboys? That's just amazing. I mean, this is actually the second game in the Steamworld franchise. The third one's called Steamworld Heist, and it's currently only out on the 3DS. Like this started live on the 3DS, but it is going to come to Steam, and I can't wait to play that. I'm really excited about that one. And there was a game before that I'm not quite sure what that was called. That didn't look as good as any of these two. Now this here is experience. So in addition to currency that allows you to buy weapons, you also get experience. And I don't think there's our experience actually. They're basically, instead of thinking them as XP, they're another resource that you can spend to upgrade, because there is actually XP, and you're rewarded with XP every time you sort of cash in some loot in the central hub. And I'll show you that in just a moment. Within these mines, there are also these things. Oopsie, over here, you son of a whore, I'm going to die, aren't I? Oh! Well, to the left of the game over screen, you can see like an entrance to a deeper part of the mine. And they are sort of self-contained miniature mines that will have their own sort of objectives within them. That's where you'll eventually find boss battles. But generally, that's how you progress in the game. Now I'm up here. I've died, so you see I have no resources. So what I need to do is go back down, find my corpse, and pick up my stuff. There's one of those here. I think actually this is one of the sort of self-contained mines I was talking about. I'm pretty sure I did this one. Oh, I didn't. Good. Right. Well, here we go. Oh, I have actually. Yeah, I've definitely done this. No, I haven't. So I unlocked the ability to run. That's something you didn't start in the game with. And again, unfortunately, I killed the first video. But the beauty of that is, when you first play this game, it doesn't move insanely slow. But it's one of those things like, I felt like I was having fun with this game. And I was saying to myself, this is good, this is good. If only you moved a bit faster. And then, you know, lo and behold, you unlock the ability to run, and he moves a lot faster. And then I was, you know, chipping away at the blocks and the rocks. And I was like, this is good, but if only there was a way to get through these quicker. Lo and behold, you unlock the ability to get through them quicker. So this game's, it's constantly giving you what you want. And as you progress and more sort of features are unveiled, you learn to want more from it. And eventually it will give you everything you want to meet those sort of new requirements as well. It's just, it's one of the best progressions I've ever played through in a game. And you know, eventually, once you've played enough of it, you know it's coming as well. Steam jump, see? Now that I imagine it's a double jump. But this is the thing. This is what I'm saying. This is yeah. Your expectations going into this, I find, won't be that great. And even from watching this video, they may not be that great. But the more you play of this, the more you'll realise there's actually a hell of a lot to this game. Not in a sort of Minecraft sense. You're not building anything. So there's the steam jump. But yeah, they get the absolute most out of this game and its mechanics, and it's fucking awesome. So there we go. So I mentioned earlier the water's not just there for effect. Now you know why it's there. It's steam jumps. So I've gone the wrong way because I'm a steam idiot, but let's not worry about that. I need to get up there. I don't know if I can do this. Fuck. How do I get up there? Oh dear, he's having a think, isn't he? You know we're in trouble when I have to think. It's not what you want out of one of my videos. Oh, hang on, yeah, now I remember. The steam jump's actually capable of destroying light rocks, which is super duper cool. So now we just reload the water to get another steam jump. But this is what I mean, like the way the abilities work within this world and its rules, and the way they establish those rules, so fucking cool. So fucking cool. And this is good indie game, right? There's a lot of indie games where there's just mechanics all over the place. They're not really essential to play the game, and they're just kind of a mess. If you harken back to like absolutely classic games like Mario games, Mario 64 and Super Mario World, in Mario 64 you start out with every ability you will ever unlock in that game, right? Everything you need is there off the bat, and they all work perfectly. They're all mechanically absolutely sound. And this game works in a similar fashion. Granted, you don't have them off the bat, but everything is here for a reason, and everything's completely tight, it's completely polished, and it works absolutely perfectly. And I think that's what I like about this. There's no ambiguity to anything. You won't sit there and be stuck wondering what you're doing wrong. It all makes sense. It's all being spelled out for you at all times. And not in a sort of hand-holding kind of way, but in a way that just makes it clear what you should be doing. I really, really like that. So, let's have a look. The video's quite short so far, so I'll do a little bit more here. But yeah, just to go through these like one-hit blocks is so satisfying. And we don't want to... Oops. But it's not a difficult game. When you die, you will respawn. You just stick at it. It's not particularly hard. There's boss battles in it. And they're actually like puzzle kind of battles, which are really good. But I remember them being quite easy, because I'm not really a fan of boss battles in general. Fucking hell, I've died at the same point. I'm not a fan of boss battles in general, and if I enjoyed them, then it must have been quite easy. Right, let's go it again. This time I'm not going to die, I promise. I'm probably going to die. But yeah, another thing I was to say about this game is just... if you're the kind of person who has OCD, which I have a little bit of, you'll want to destroy every single block. So this is going to take you ages in that respect. But also when you reach the next mine and the one after, you get new abilities that will make traversing this mine and smashing blocks in this mine a lot faster and a lot easier. So for someone with OCD, that's amazing. If you could get out of here without trying to... You can't 100% it before reaching other mines anyway. I don't think so. But you'll love coming back and just clearing out everything you missed. Like, it's so satisfying. Aha, there's some like... I just can't remember if that's XP or what that is. I know you can spend it somewhere, I've just forgotten where. Uh-oh. Alright, so I like games where the enemies are susceptible to the same traps that you are. Fuck. No, no, no! Don't let me die! Don't let me die! Don't let me die! No! God damn you, fucking butthole! Oh, thank God. Right. There we go. So level 3 there is what we must do to sort of progress in the game. Obviously, it's not my current objective, but I can do it. But this one above, I think, might be a bonus one that's just going to have some XP in it or something. No, not XP. I don't know what you call those blue orbs. What do you call the blue orbs? I can't get in there at the moment, though, because I don't think this is strong enough to... Oh, it is. Fat. Oh, fuck. I haven't got enough water to actually make that many hits. Well, let's go for this one, then. Like I say, the ones that are numbered are the ones that you have to do to progress. Everything else is just a bonus. And I'm sure there's people who've completed this game with, like, you know, barely any abilities because they're fucking monsters. Whatever. If you've got skills, more power to you. I ain't got nothing, man. Ah! Sometimes, like, yeah, I don't intend to do a playthrough of this, but sometimes it's just really nice to reminisce. You know what I mean? I remember this game so fondly, and now I'm playing it again. I remember exactly why. Sometimes I go back to a game and, like, I'm bored the minute I start playing it, and I'm like, oh yeah. But it's nice when you can sort of rekindle your fondness for something immediately. Oh, that's fucking helpful. That guy's obviously a total butthole, so let's keep moving. Ayo! Another reason I wanted to make this series is because in my videos I'm constantly stomping on indie games. And there are some really good ones. They're just, you know. But there's also some really bad ones. And it's a genre, if you want to call it that, a subset of games that's hugely overrated. Like, a lot. And, you know, I think a lot of the time that's unnecessary. There is no genre that is consistently classic. Like, I'm sorry, there's not. It's not so much the genre. It's, you know, everything. It's films, it's music, it's games. It's all done on a case-by-case basis. There's some shit music, there's some shit films, and by God, there's some shit games. And it just so happens that most of them are indie. But they would be, because they've got a reduced budget, and a team of people making them who likely don't have that much experience. So, no, and that's not their fault. But, when I then see people do backflips over the most generic game I've ever seen that's falling apart at the seams, mechanically not well thought out at all, that blows my mind. Alright. Nonetheless, we don't need to worry about my mind being blown. What we need to worry about is getting in here. So what I want to do before this video ends is unlock some shit. That's right, some shit. We are miles away from Kansas. Photo. So they're telling me to go up, which does make sense, but I don't know if I've already... I don't know if I'm in a position where I can actually reach where they're telling me to go. Oh, we can try it, can't we? That's right. This sort of saying that you can dig yourself into a hole you can't get out of. Oh, shit. And, it could be a bummer. But look how quickly I traverse... I say that's a fall down. Look how quickly I'm traversing back up this mine. Like, it's not a hassle. It's super duper easy and it's super satisfying. Because it's that thing of, you know how long it took me to get down here. Fucking ages. And look how quickly I can get back up. So satisfying. Like when you go someplace on holiday for the weekend or something, the journey home, the slow journey home is the thing that sucks most. And this game nails the journey home. It's fast, it's efficient, and it's fucking fun. Right, she wants something. Probably a piece of my ass. Spoil the cave. See, that's, yeah, that's a sort of, these are the objectives that you get given throughout the game. And obviously, you know, you can do them when you want. Because there's always more stuff to explore, more loot to gather, more items to buy. And it's all aiding your traversal, enjoyment, and ease of play in the game. So we're going to have a quick look at the shop. I just leveled up. So leveling up unlocks new things to buy in the shop. Which I think I mentioned. So this is the shop. At the moment we have the bronze pickaxe, which I'm going to get. Medium pouch to carry more loot, which I can't quite afford in addition to that. More health. These are the sort of one-use items. So a ladder, like I say, will help you get out of a tricky situation, like you said. A lamp just allows you to lighten the area in dark places. Obviously that's what a lamp does. But let's go the bronze pickaxe. And this, I think, will best illustrate how the fucking abilities make this game more satisfying. Did I buy that? No, I've said that. Didn't I? You see how I can get through these in one shot? And there'll be other areas I can get through in one shot. Although I don't feel like I am. Somewhere in here I think you can look at your items. No, I'm wrong. Oh, you can self-destruct. As well. So if you do get stuck and you can't be bothered to walk back up or find a way, you just kill yourself and you appear back in town. I actually forgotten about that. Yeah, I'm not really seeing a benefit to this pickaxe after just going on about how satisfying it was, isn't it? Best part of the game and all that shit. Nonetheless, let's figure it out. There's more loot down here. We'll get to the bottom of this. What I will do is buy the loot bag in a minute, I think, as well, because I reached a point, yeah, look, where I'm... Oh, shit. Discovering far more than I can use. And I'm dead. Well, this has gone well. I'm going to check the store to make sure I bought that bronze pickaxe. I'll tell you what, if it does 2 more damage, which it does, it might be just for enemies. 75. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, the previous upgrade did more damage to enemies. I need one that does more damage to ground. So we'll keep chipping away until I get that, just to show you the benefits in the actual gameplay loop. Let's keep it rolling. I was wondering why that didn't have any meaningful effect. Always helps to read. That's what they say. I do have one ladder. You can cycle between items. I've only got one, so I'll have to cycle through. Right, there we go. No room already. My god, I've leveled up to fuck. Or I'm looted up to fuck, I should say. I think every time I died I had like a full loot bag, so that's It's going to take me a while to go from there back to the central hub each time to cash stuff in. But it's fucking cool because, like, you know you're going to get to buy a ton of new shit. So that's exciting. This is busy work that you want to do. Because it's all in service of something awesome. And that's what you need. That's what I need in a good game. Compel me to do these tasks, no matter how trivial they are. Make me really, really want to do them. And then I'm having a good time. Like, for me, this is one of the best indie games I've ever played. Based on that notion alone. I'm not bored. I'm not frustrated. I'm not annoyed. I'm not thinking, oh god, I've got to do one of these. It's nothing like that. It's pure fun. So let's get the iron pickaxe, then we'll go back to get the medium pouch. Right. Now, allow me to demonstrate. Right. These ones I think took 2 hits before. Now they take 1. Now, this environment is going to be an absolute joke with the exception of those. Oh, so satisfying. Also, I'm making it more difficult to traverse by destroying all these, but... So things that obviously took 3 hits now take 1, because, you know, the 2 damage works, as you might imagine. And that's what this game's all about, again. It's just making it easier on yourself. Making it more enjoyable, making it more satisfying, speeding up your progression, and there is a constant progression. I fucking love it, I really do. But yeah, I highly recommend this game. If you can get hold of it on Steam, do so, or 3DS, or PlayStation 4. They all run pretty much the same. Obviously it looks nicer on Steam and PS4. Just by nature of the HD. If you're thinking like, oh, it looks alright, I think I'll wait until it comes on PlayStation Plus, don't, because it's already been on PlayStation Plus within the last year. It's probably not likely to turn up again for a while. So that's something to keep in mind. If you don't want to buy it, don't buy it. Don't moan about it. No, I don't know. You should buy it. Come on, look at this game. Look at this fucking game, man. Makes an old man happy. It can make you happy. What I assume is a non-old man. Is this the one I've been to? Yes, it is. Now I've just fucked myself, haven't I? God damn it. There's the water. I need water. I need water. Try and get back out of here because I don't really want to. Oh. So evidently a puzzle. Here's an ability I unlocked, I think, in the other video. Oh no, bastard. Right, let's keep rolling. I think, did I unlock it in this one? Hard to tell. Shit. Oh, you little critter, get the fuck away from me. God damn critter. I like games where you have robots that talk like bumpkins. It's amazing. Not there's anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with being a bumpkin. I'm praising bumpkinery. Especially in its robotic form. Marvellous. Marvellous. Alright, I'll try and find that final lever, or lever, if you will. Look around here. I really can't afford to be hit by these arseholes. Oh, again, the enemies can kind of screw themselves by putting holes in the environment. You might actually fall through it. Which works fine by me. Oh shit, it's my health again. Right, this has got to be the way. Oh no, can't go there. Oh wait, you can. Sometimes you got to use your brain. Which is not my strongest fucking asset. But let's have a look. Let's see if we can't. Can I get up there? No. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that sounds good. So there are, like, these little dungeons are kind of puzzly. They make you think, which is good. If you do have a functional brain, I think you'll enjoy it. I do. Ish. I mean, I enjoy it. The functional brain's the ish part. There we go. Right. That's a bit more progression. There's the final lever. Right, here we go. Actual fucking success. So rarely is it seen in my videos, but on this occasion, I certainly will be. No, I don't care about you. Oh, you fucking butthole! I don't know why it's his fault, but obviously it can't be my fault. That goes without saying. Right, what do we get for this? This is not a boss battle, is it? Look at that. I will say one thing for most indie games, not all of them. tremendous art style. Right, so you see, we've gotten all this fucking way. I can't get in. Luckily, I can get through this. Hopefully, this is going to lead me to the core. And it does. To unlock a new ability, the drill. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ah! Now we can traverse a whole other area of the mine. Fuck yes. Oh, this game's so cool. Come on, have you not just closed this video and bought this already? Look at this. So good. Alright, I'm going to go back to town, cash in my money. I'm not going to call this a day, but this game. And I think I said it before, but this has so reminded me of everything I loved about this game. Like, I'm not playing this and thinking, oh, I finished this, I don't want to play more of it. No. Like, I am way back into this immediately. And also, look at this. Look at the traversal speed. Why would you not want to do this, people? Oh, I've run out of water. Alright, there's a way to change weapon. Cool. He's knobbed himself, that prick. There you go. Right. Gotta get back up top. I've got to stop peeing in my pants with glee over this ridiculous... Oh, look at this, so good. This ridiculous game. I fucking love this game. Man, I don't remember the last time like I found a new game that I loved as much as this one. Like, something's completely new to me. I only played this as well because it was free on PlayStation Plus. And it was at a point where there weren't that many games on the PlayStation 4, and I was a broke-ass student, so I didn't really have any anyway. I think the first game I really enjoyed on the PlayStation 4 was FIFA 14. And a lot of you are probably disgusted by that. But I hadn't played a football game in years. And at that time, the next-gen, as it were, console versions were using physics that weren't on the PC or the other console versions, so it was kind of new and shiny and awesome. But then I think it might have been this. Then I think this came along. I played Last of Us Remastered, which I loved, but you know, had already played it on the PlayStation 3. PlayStation 4 version is the one to get. But we're not talking about those games. We're talking about Steamworld Dig, and let's get some moolah. Alright. Upgrade and unlock teleporter. So I think that just lets you plant a teleporter wherever you want, which is quite useful. Yeah. Oh, okay, there you go. It uses 3 of those gems, so you need them to sort of upgrade. Okay. Better duration. Right. Well, I think I'm going to leave it there. That is Steamworld Dig. If you don't like, you don't comment, you don't subscribe, fine. Actually, not fine. You should do those things. If nothing else, put something in the chat. Talk to me about this game. I would love to talk to someone about this game. If you've already played it, or you haven't played it, or you want to talk about it, just fucking send me some messages, and we will throw down about Steamworld Dig. I'll talk to you all day long about this sick game. Like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. And I will be back with another indie darling soon.